Hello there and welcome to another quick first impressions video of another very nice leather fragrance from the house of Maison Alhambra. This is called Russe Leather, which is basically this, because I have two. I have the Afro leather here, which I really enjoy from this house. This is really good value for money, and it's so very close to the OG as well. And then I really thought I should try this and the other one, but I've got Russe leather here. I'll probably get Dublin leather a little later, right? So if you're like me who likes leather fragrances and I think you really want to try something very interestingly unique, you should definitely explore Russe leather for a simple reason. This is an alternative of the popular Memo Paris house fragrances called Russian leather, right? So it's an alt of that. Now, what makes this particular fragrance very unique in my opinion is the scent profile, and I'll tell you it's more of a aromatic, green, leathery kind of a fragrance. And that's why I said it's a very unique element, because generally when you think about leather fragrances, they are always acquainted with evening wear with more darker notes or woody notes that are well suited for evening and not really day wear. And that's where this particular fragrance has really been very unique in its element, where this has got more of those aromatic green vibes and makes it a very interesting fragrance. Now, Russian leather from the house of Memo Paris has got a lot of green elements and spicy elements in this particular fragrance. So if you to name a few, it's got pine tree, it's got cypress, it's got Russian leather, it's got sage, lavender, mint, patchouli, and cedar needles, gaiac wood, a lot of these elements, just to name a few, plus a little bit of spice elements like coriander, nutmeg, all these, and tonka beans, of course. So makes this particular fragrance, like I said, a very green, aromatic, spicy kind of a fragrance, and it's really nice. Apparently this is supposed to be a beast mode performer, but however, when I've done my testing, I did not get a beast mode performance as such. But what I really liked is the moment you put this on, you get a very nice herbaceous green element kind of a vibe, with a little bit of a powdery attached to it, probably because of the lavender and tonka beans. There is that powdery element, and after a few minutes it starts moving into that powdery element, but that green vibe, the herbaceous green vibe of fern, sage, those spicy elements, along with the pine tree, leather, all of that continues. And the leather is very soft, mild, beautiful leather, not the usual animalic type of a leather. Now, because of that note, which is non-animalic type of a leather, and along with those green vibes that you kind of get on this particular fragrance, this makes for an excellent day wear kind of a leather fragrance, which is very rare, right? Like I said, most of the leather fragrances are always evening wear, and I'm sure this will perform extremely well in the evening, but I'm telling you, this is a leather fragrance that you can easily wear it to office and you will do exceptionally well, right? Now, in terms of presentation itself, if you look at this, comes in this kind of basic kind of a box, which is not that great, but the bottle itself is like really nice, and the atomizer is good, and there is a little bit of information at the bottom about Maison Alhambra. And from a sprayer's point of view also, the sprayer also is kind of good, so puffs off a really nice element. And in terms of the performance, I've got about 4 hours on my first testing. I will do a lot of more wearing of this particular fragrance and give you a full detailed review about how this is. So if you've been liking Afro leather, which is more towards the spicier elements like coriander, cumin, and all of those, then you will definitely like this as well, because this is a little more greeny and little bit of a spicy element, but a little bit of that aromatic powdery vibe along with a nice leather note. And definitely both these bottles make up for fantastic collection. So if you want a full review of this Afro leather, you can check out on my channel. There is one of those videos as well, and I will look at this as a full wearing and come back to you with a detailed review soon. I am going to create a list of leather fragrances that you might absolutely enjoy, especially as a beginner. If you want to try leather fragrances and you have not really enjoyed leather fragrances, I will do a detailed list of that. So until that time, you're watching the Perfume Experience. My name is Rodney. Take care. Bye now.